So the first turning off the transmitter failed because I must have hit the stop button or something on the recording. So I'm going to do it again. I've only got 7.1 volts on the battery on the quad. This is on purpose because if anything goes wrong, it decides to take off on me. It's not going to get very far, hopefully. And the idea of this is I'm going to see in altitude hold mode when you turn off the transmitter what happens. I've seen it in GPS, and that's fine. We all know that's fine. It's altitude hold. Now I've already done this already, and it was fine. But because, like I said, I turned off the button, the stop button or something on the video, I'm going to do it again anyway. So I'm going to take it up. I'm going to send it off just over there. And it's going to take off from a place I don't really like it to because it's dusty here, and it's going to come back here and land. But there's too many people over there now on the concrete, too many kids and stuff, and I don't want to startle anybody, especially if anything did go wrong. So right, let's get it going. So there it is, up there, just drifting off a bit. So I'm just going to get it to drift back because it's in altitude hold mode, remember. So I'm going to get it to drift back where I want it to, about there, and then I'm going to just turn off the transmitter. So the transmitter's off, it's on the floor, and the drone is going up, turning round. It's now facing me. And it's supposed to go back to, well, hopefully it'll go back to where the transmitter was, but if I remember correctly, it's gonna, whoa, okay, so that wasn't so good. Now those motors should turn off by themselves. So that's interesting, isn't it? Just looking at the Pagoda, doesn't look like that's been bashed about too much. Interesting. That's a good reason why this sort of thing should not be done where the kids are. Now let me just straighten up that Pagoda. And I'm going to assume, even though my little bugs are scratched up, that little bit of going all untoward there, do you know, I don't know why that would happen. Doesn't look like anything else has gone particularly wrong. I don't know if that's because there wasn't enough power in the battery. I don't think that would be the case, to be honest with you, because if it's a case of it just being on 7.1 volts and that's going to be enough to have something like that happen, then we have got some problembos. So I'm just going to start that up again and see if I can get this to work. It's got no alarm sounds coming from it, so that's good. I'm just going to disconnect the battery, I'm going to turn the transmitter back on, and then I'm going to reconnect the battery again. Transmitter's back on. I'm just going to put you here because I want you to, even if you can't see what I'm doing, so I've got to put you on my leg, I want you to hear if any alarms go off. Plugging in now. Okay, everything looks pretty normal. And we're allowed to calibrate. Now you've got to remember, when things happen to this particular drone, it's not straight away that I burn through that cable. It's after sort of the next battery. So I'm going to do this like this. Just there we go. see the battery reading on there. 5.3 volts. 5.2. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good at all. Let me just... Nothing's... Oh, everything seems to be freewheeling quite happily. But it still says 5.1 volts. Now isn't that strange? Isn't that strange? I'm going to put another battery in and see what happens. So, I hope it just caught that last bit where I was showing when I took the battery out and what the voltage was on it. But you can still see there, look. So I'm just going to connect up this battery and just see if it goes through its thing again. Put you down, you'll be able to hear it though. Okay, I'll leave the back door open because I guess I've got to whip it out quick. Right, everything seems normal so far. It's done that thing where happens on quite a few of these, from what I understand anyway, where it just decides it's going to have all its LEDs on when that function's not been pressed. So let's twiddle this baby around. Down with it. There we go, look. So I mean, it's got all its LEDs on. I didn't press that button. See what it says on the controller. 8.2 volts. So at least that looks back to normal again. Nothing sucking up any juice. Interesting. Now, my phone, even though it's got GPS and all that sort of stuff, everything's switched off. I never have that thing running. Why the hell do I want to be tracked? So I'm going to send it up and I'm going to do it again. But this time I'm going to send it up. I'm going to land it just over there, switch it off, and then start again and see if we can do this on the grass. Oh, you know, no, to hell with it. I'm going to do it from here. It's got to be able to be done from here. So let me just turn off all those LEDs to start off with. Put it back on the flashy ones like I like it. So let's get it going. Prop started, no problem. I'm just going to put it in GPS hold, just to send it up and away. Okay. Now it's going to be really hard for me to do this, but see if I can do this. Well, thumb. No, my thumb is just not long enough. Is it? Can I do that? Where's it gone? There we go. Yeah, I'm struggling, so I'm going to have to get in position, put it in altitude hold mode, get it in position, and then start recording it again from when I turn off the transmitter. But we want this to work. We really do want this to work, so hang tight a minute. Okay, well, I'm just going to put it in a bit of a better position. Okay, so because it's not going to be any good if it just works in GPS hold, so there we go, off with the transmitter. Off with the transmitter. And it should go back to behind me. right? Without tumbling and falling this time, we hope. Oh, it's a nice bit of pitching, doesn't it? Oh, get out of that sun. I'm just hoping that that was just some sort of autofocus isn't even on. That's not very helpful, I'm sorry about that. See, that's what it did the first time. Then it sort of goes off a bit power. That's it. See, that's how it should have worked that first time round. Interesting. I've got to do it again now just to see, so I don't know. So I can put you somewhere where I don't turn off the bloody autofocus, because that's a little bit annoying. No, it seems like every time I put this thing in my pocket it turns off the autofocus. But right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to turn it on and see if we got control back again without redoing the battery or anything like that. So the camera's back on, attitude hold. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do it again and see what happens this time. This time I'm going to stand in the shade though, because it's the sun's doing my head in. So there it is. Let me just... You might not be able to hear me now because the way I've got this thing positioned. Arm, okay. Okay, I know you can't see that, but I'm going to just send it out. Okay, so there it is. I'm going to turn this thing off again. So off it goes. Up it goes. It's turned itself around. Heading back. And the descent, so far so good. It's a lot slower descent this time. Okay, so I'm going to say 3 out of 4 good, because the first one I did, even though it wasn't off camera, you just have to take my word for it that it happened and it was good. But I just thought it was a bit too close to where the kids were, in case no one was predicting what was going to happen like me. Second time round, of course, well, you saw what happened. Third time round, we see what happened there. And the fourth time round, we see what happened. Cable's ripping out again. So I'll have to get some more cable and do something about that. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, bloody autofocus. This camera's really doing my head in. I hate it when it's you've got a button on autofocus, but I don't know where it is on the camera, because it's not there. It's not on the face of it where I'm seeing. You can't see any buttons for it. You can only see it when you've gone out of autofocus, and then there's a button there to put it back in. So how annoying is that, Samsung? But look, it's fraying away. Fraying away. Couldn't have done it good enough the first time. I mean, it wasn't done good enough the first time, that's why it's already gone, but... Ah, dear. Right, I'm going to have a little play with this, and now I'm going to bring it home.